Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over my stock picks for the week of October the 10th through the 14th. Before we do, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor, make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So let's dive into it, guys. The pre-market numbers right now are showing the Dow down about 168 points. Showing S&P down, showing the NASDAQ down, so looking like another red Monday for us in the markets. Okay, so looking at the fear and greed index, we are currently still in extreme fear. Okay, we have a little bit more room to run before we need to really start kind of moving back and throwing that needle over to the right side to fear, neutral greed, extreme greed. So it's kind of showing that we could potentially get some more downside. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500 chart here in a minute, but I'm going to go over a couple of swing plays that could be on your radar this week. I know they're on mine, but you just got to really be careful in this market because it's kind of unpredictable at this point. And whatever you do on a swing play, in my opinion, set some stop losses, protect your your risk and or manage your risk and protect your assets if you're putting any type of money into the market at this point. So let's take a look at the S&P 500, and then I'll go over my picks for the week, and we'll take a look at the charts, and we'll see what they're telling us. All right, guys. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the S&P 500, and we did bounce off of that 3584 level, and then came up and got rejected at the 3800, and we started coming right back down. I do think we're going to come down lower this week and retest the 3584 mark, and overall, you got to get above 3800. And in order for us to break through resistance and kind of move higher, but I'm not sure when that'll happen. Like I said, we had a nice run here, and then all of a sudden, boom, we fell back down pretty hard. So we had a nice little spike pulling right back down. So you might see it pop up again, and if we don't get above 3,800, we could go actually below that 3584 mark and retest. I'm sorry, not retest. Bust through support and go down, maybe into the 3400s, maybe even lower than that. So, and my first pick for this week, guys, is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. And I know there's a lot of negativity going on with Elon Musk and the Twitter overhang and everything, but this thing here, I think whenever we hit 200, and I think we will hit 200, that I think we bounce off of that and we come back up to at least 220. Okay, so I'm waiting for it here. It doesn't just go down, straight down forever, right? It's going to eventually find some support. I think eventually we do find some support at 200 and we bounce off of that, although it may not be for the longer term. We could go lower than that, but I do think that at 200 I will be a buyer this week if we get there, and then I'll ride it up to about 220, and then I'm going to get out because I don't know what the heck's going to happen in the market past that point, okay? Because your first level of resistance is about 244. That's a pretty large increase. It needs to be from 200 without any type of good news and in a bear market. Okay, so that's my first pick, is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. My next one is kind of a little blast from the past. We've swung this one several times. Clean Energy Fuels, ticker symbol CLNE, and I think the charts are kind of setting up for a nice little swing play here. I think we're going to come down and we're going to retest $5. And whenever we do get there, I think we'll be undervalued to where I think we should bounce off of it and maybe come back up to about 530, 540. And that's probably where I'd come in to take some profits off of that. Again, guys, I'm being very cautious this week if I do any swing plays. I'm getting in, I'm getting out as soon as I see some type of profits. I'm not, it may end up being like a scalp play. I may come in here and it pop up, within, a few minutes, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and take my money and get out of it because I just don't trust the market overall at this point. Okay, and then the last, guys, for my picks are SQQQ. This is basically the ETF that is shorting the NASDAQ, and if we continue to see some downside, this thing's obviously going to continue to move higher. I would not buy it here though. However, I would wait for it to come back down, maybe on a green day, and when it falls back down, when it's undervalued, maybe catch it there, because there's nothing really happening right now in the markets that are giving any type of indication that we're going to move higher. So even if we have like a little head fake and go up, I do think that we can pull back down, and this is going to spike back up where you can make probably anywhere from 10 to 15% on it for a particular swing play. On the watch list, guys, I got a couple of different OTC stocks. The first one's one that we haven't talked about in a while, but this is Hemp Incorporated, ticker symbol HEMP. I'm going to start adding monthly to my position here and throw in, you know, 30, 40 bucks depending on what this number is here. Your overall floor is 3 zeros and 2, so 20 bucks would get you 100,000 shares on the OTC market. They did have a press release on the 4th and the 6th. On the 4th, they talked about how they saw a significant increase in sales and revenue numbers over the past 3 quarters, and then on the 6th, they had a PR talking about how they were approved for hempcrete in the United States, which is basically hemp-based concrete. We've talked about that. We've made videos on that way back when. I do still have some of my position of hemp. I have, I think, 100,000 shares currently, so now I'm going to just continue to start building. And this is one, it's obviously a very speculative one, longer term play, but my thing is if I can get to about 1 million shares of this, which I could at these price levels fairly quickly, then I'm going to just hold. And if it ever gets back into, you know, anywhere near $1 at some point, because everything just right now with them being the revenue building phase, I think some good things are coming with this company. So I know a lot of people have gotten burnt on this company in the past, but I do feel, you know, pretty confident that this is going to have another big run at some point, and I just want to be positioned enough to do it. And with these numbers, that the amount of money, the amount of shares you can get for these amount of money, I want to buy it on the way down and get as many as I can. That way, if it does make a good run, I'm in the money. I don't have to wait to, you know, I don't want to buy too high, something like this. So that's the first one. ZNOG is obviously one that we've been watching, and I think that it's going to definitely keep bleeding out. I think we're going to see 10 cents possibly this week. I could be wrong. I'd be ecstatic if it popped up and got above 16 or 17. But I do think that we're going to come down and we're going to find a bottom here at about 10 cents. And I think we're going to stay there for, you know, over the next several weeks. And I think we're just going to kind of trade sideways. So you just kind of watch it from there. I think at 10 cents, it's going to be an interesting watch for me. And I may come in and buy a little bit more here, but nothing too heavy. And I'm just going to kind of watch it and see what it does from here. You know, we're not going to hear anything for another few weeks from the company, in my opinion. And, you know, we're hoping for some type of good news from their testing whenever they install that packer, and hopefully they can get everything rocking and rolling. And then, of course, buying some more Shiba Inu. I've deposited some more money into my account, and probably by Thursday or Friday it'll be cleared, and I'll be buying some more and probably have 1, possibly 2 more purchases on Shiba Inu, and then my position will be maxed out on that, and then just hold and wait, you know, and see what happens. So, all right, guys, all I got for you in this video. Let me know your comments below and what your plans are for this week. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.